Welcome to Shri Sathya Seva Gurukulam online classes. Let's learn English series with Mrs. Kalpana Heblekar. So today, let us learn what is past continuous tense. Okay. So let us see the definition what past continuous tense is about. Past continuous tense describes something that continued happening in the past. Okay. So let us read again the definition. Past continuous tense describes something that continued happening in the past. So, example, they were going to the market. I was watching a movie. Now, we will see what words exactly we have to put in past continuous tense. Okay. Now, the past continuous tense of any verb is composed of two parts. The past tense of the verb to be, that is was and were. See, here we have were and here we have was. Okay. And the base of the main verb plus ing. Now, what is the base of the main verb? Going. So, go is the main verb plus ing. Okay. So, watch is the main verb plus ing, and then we are doing it in the past, so it is were and was. So they were going to the market, I was watching a movie. Okay, the past continuous tense of any verb is composed of two parts: the past tense of the verb to be and was and were, and the base of the main verb plus ing. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Let us read again. The past continuous tense describes something that continued happening in the past. Okay. Example, they were going to the market. I was watching a movie. The past continuous tense of any verb is composed of two parts: the past tense of the verb to be, was and were, and the base of the main verb plus ing. So the main verb, you have to know what is the main verb, that is go plus ing. You don't have to put the plus mark here again and again, because only for the definition you should know. Okay. So now let us see the structural formula for past continuous tense. As I told you last time, that you have to make a column on your right side and write all the formulas, so that when we do the exercise it is easier for you to relate. Okay, and back side of the book you write all the formulas together for you to revise daily. So every day you have to spend about 5 to 10 minutes revising only the structural formulas of all the tenses. Okay. Yes, structural formula for past continuous tense is subject plus helping verb, that is was, were, plus base verb which is having ing, plus the object which is optional. It can be or it is not necessary also. Okay. So now let us see some examples. I was playing. So was is earlier, we have learned, that is for the past form. Okay, and playing, play is the base verb ing. So I was playing, they were playing. Okay, note the helping verbs was and were are used in the past form of be. Okay, note the helping verbs was and were are used in past form of be. Okay, we'll see the structural formula again. Structural formula for past continuous tense is subject plus helping verb. What are the helping verbs? Was and were. Okay, plus base verb plus ing plus the object which is optional. Okay, I was playing. You can always say in the garden, anything like that. Okay, but it is not very compulsory to say this. You can always say I was playing. It is a complete sentence, right? Then they were playing. Okay, then note the helping verbs was and were are used in past form of be. Okay. Now let us see the table for affirmative sentences of past continuous tense. Okay, I was, the base form of the verb plus ing. You were, base form of the verb plus ing. Okay, he was, base form of the verb plus ing. She was, base form of the verb plus ing. It was, base form of the verb plus ing. We were, base form of the verb plus ing. You were, base form of the verb plus ing. They were, base form of the verb plus ing. Now, I was playing, base form of the verb is play, okay, plus ing. So, you can take dancing also. I was dancing. So, dance is the base form of the verb ing plus ing. Then you were dancing. He was dancing. She was dancing. It was dancing. See, you can put on the stage also, okay, or on the playground also, but it is not required, okay, it is optional. We were, base form of the verb plus ing. So, we were dancing. You were dancing. They were dancing. Okay. So, you got this right? Okay. Let us go to the past continuous tense table for negative sentences. Okay. This type of table you have also to draw and write, which is easier for you to understand. Okay. I was not, the short form is wasn't dancing. Let us take dancing only. Okay. Base form of the verb is dance plus ing. Okay. You were not, weren't. W-E-R-E apostrophe T, weren't. Okay. Base form of the verb plus ing. He, she, it was not, wasn't. Base form of the verb plus ing. We were not, weren't. Base form of the verb plus ing. You were not, weren't. Base form of the verb plus ing. They were not, weren't. Base form of the form plus ing. Okay. So, now let us take with an example. Okay. Swimming. Okay. I was not, base form of the verb is here swim plus ing. I was not swimming. I wasn't swimming. Okay. You were not, base form of the verb is swim, ing. So, you were not swimming. You weren't swimming. Okay. He was not swimming. She was not swimming. It was not swimming. So, it will be weren't instead of was not. Okay. Then we were not swimming. You were not swimming. They were not swimming. You can put short form of were not to weren't. Okay. But please see the spelling properly. W-A-S-N then apostrophe T. Okay. And W-E-R-E-N apostrophe T. Okay. Now, I hope you have understood the negative how to put. Yes. Very good. Now, let us see the past continuous tense table for questions. Okay. Now, you are forming questions all this time. You have put I was dancing. Okay. Now, you have to put the subject here and the helping verb first. Okay. So, was I dancing? Okay. Base form of the verb plus ing, but don't forget to put question mark over here. Okay. So, were you swimming? Was he swimming? Was she swimming? Was it swimming? Yes. Were we swimming? Okay. Were you swimming? Were they swimming? Okay. So, only you have to interchange the subject and the helping verb. Okay. Hope you have understood. Yes, very good. Okay. Now, let us see the exceptions. There are always exceptions in English, right? So, the exception to the rule is the verb arrive, A-R-R-I-V-E, arrive, cannot be used in the past continuous tense. This is very important. So, you know, sometimes the examiners, what they do, they put the exceptions first, you know, so that, you know, we get confused little. So, you have to be very thorough. So, the verb arrive cannot be used in the past continuous tense. Now, the incorrect sentence is at noon he was arriving. It's wrong, right? So you can say the correct version of this sentence is at noon he arrived. Okay? At noon he arrived. Now let us see some examples of past continuous tense. Okay? So here we are giving many examples. So what you have to do is first solve this exercise with the answers, see whether the answers are correct. Wherever it is wrong, you can pause and you can see the answers. Okay? And then learn these sentences. So once you read 4 or 5 times this lesson, this spelling and also the sentence pronunciation and everything, it will go and it will stay in your mind for a long time. So when you are going to school, keep thinking about it. Okay? So we were walking when you drove by. We were walking when you drove by. Okay? We were playing cricket when you waved to us. We were playing cricket when you waved to us. While I was studying, pause. Okay? The bulb fused. What is meaning of fuse? It went off. Okay? While I was studying, the bulb fused. It started to rain while we were walking in the garden. It started to rain while we were walking in the garden. At midnight, we were still waiting for a taxi. Yes, at midnight, we were still waiting for a taxi. Okay? Now let us see some more examples. Okay, it was snowing yesterday evening. It was snowing yesterday evening. So now what we have learnt in our formula, that is was and were, we have to put as helping verbs, and for the base verb you have to put ing. Okay, that is for past continuous tense. So it was snowing yesterday evening. I was washing the vessels when the phone rang. I was washing the vessels when the phone rang. Was she doing her homework when they came? Was she doing her homework when they came? Okay. She was doing a great job. She was doing a great job. I was traveling to Delhi to attend a business conference. I was traveling to Delhi to attend a business conference. Okay. Let us see some more examples. Now, by now, you know what is to be added. So, you start doing it on your own. By the time I will tell you the answers. Okay. So, they dash a dance in the annual gathering. The small dog dash, not dash to my words. They were performing a dance in the annual gathering. The small dog was not listening to my words. See the spelling of listening. Many of you make a mistake. Listerning they write, but it is listening, listening. Okay. We were cleaning the hall yesterday after the party. We were cleaning the hall yesterday after the party. The sun was shining very brightly that day. The sun was shining very brightly that day. Okay. Mom was preparing dinner when they arrived. Mom was preparing dinner when they arrived. Now, how many of you have got correct answers? Yes, very good. So, I think most of you now you know that the helping verb was and were is used, and for the base form of the verb we add ing, then it becomes the past continuous tense. Okay? Yes, that's very nice. The audience were applauding after hearing her speech. Okay? Then, as I spoke, my friends were laughing at my jokes. You were watching the show last night. You were watching the show last night. The doorbell was ringing while I was on the terrace. The doorbell was ringing while I was on the terrace. Okay. At midnight, we were still driving through the forest. At midnight, we were still driving through the forest. Okay. Now let us see some more examples. Okay. Okay. Dash it dash yesterday afternoon. Okay. You dash not dash the show last night. You dash not dash the show last night. They dash not dash English yesterday. Dash she dash the book when they came. I dash not dash the dishes when the doorbell rang. Okay. Now see, wherever there is question mark, you have to change your voice and then you say as a question formation. Okay. Was it raining yesterday afternoon? See, the tone has changed. First time I read it as, was it raining yesterday afternoon? No. Was it raining yesterday afternoon? So you're asking a question. Okay. You were not watching the show last night. You were not watching the show last night. Okay. They were not studying English yesterday. They were not studying English yesterday. Was she reading the book when they came? Was she reading the book when they came? Okay. I was not washing the dishes when the doorbell rang. I was not washing the dishes when the doorbell rang. So, in all this, we are using the helping verb was and were, and then for the base form, we are for the base verb, we are adding ing. Okay, and it also shows that it is the continuity of the sentence. Okay, of the past. So, now next, some more examples. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you keep doing this. So the ones who know this properly and came to know the concept properly, you start doing by the time I am reading. Okay. Dash you dash the TV last night. They dash at the restaurant. The children dash when the teacher came in. The dog dash last night. The armies dash to the war. Okay. Now, how many of you have attempted? Very good. Okay, let us see whether you have done it right or wrong. The first one was in the question form. Okay, so were you watching the TV last night? Were you watching the TV last night? Okay, they were eating at the restaurant. They were eating at the restaurant. Okay, just see the spelling of restaurant. RESTAURANT, restaurant. Okay, the children were shouting when the teacher came in. The children were shouting when the teacher came in. The dog was barking last night. The dog was barking last night. The armies were marching to the war. The armies were marching to the war. We can't say the armies were walking to the war. We have to say this word, marching. This is a correct word. The armies were marching to the war. Okay. Now we'll see the thought for the day for loud reading and handwriting practice. Now, why loud reading? You know, loud reading will first give us confidence, okay, and then it will always, help you to say public speaking. When you go on the stage suddenly and somebody tells you to speak, then what will happen? We will start stumbling what to say. But then if you are practicing having loud reading practice, then you can speak it confidently. and then handwriting practice. So some of you are writing cursive writing and some of you are writing print handwriting. So what happens, those who are doing print handwriting for such a long time, switch over slowly few words at least for joint handwriting or cursive writing, okay? And those who are continuously writing cursive writing, very good, so keep it up, okay? So let us see what is there for in height for us. 11 lessons from Bhagavad Gita which teaches the very roots of our life. So the first 4 we have already learned and you have already written, and you are, I suppose you are giving it to your friends also, okay? So let us see the 5th one. A mind full of material thoughts cannot concentrate nor meditate. A mind full of material thoughts cannot concentrate or nor meditate, okay? So yes, when we are fully thinking of something, outside world, we cannot go in us and also cannot think of God more. But then we should not be discouraged, we should continue. So thinking about God, we should say that stop this thought, the thoughts are in our control, so we should say stop and let us think about God for some time, like that, okay? So a mind full of material thoughts cannot concentrate nor meditate, okay? So thank you for watching Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes. Let's learn English. I pray God to keep you all happy and prosperous in all your future endeavors. Thank you. Sai Ram.